Hey everybody, this is Mike from the Used Gamers, and welcome back to the Deadfire. That's right, we are still in Neketaka. We're going to continue searching around here, seeing if we can finally get at least a good chunk of this city out of the way, and then maybe we'll head back out. I do want to head over to Fort Deadlight here pretty soon to start dealing with the pirates, because that will open up that quest line in order to allow us to talk with them. Considering, yeah, that's the faction that I think I'm probably going to go with. I do want to start to open that up. What do we have here?
You've caught the eye of someone important.
A cloaked figure sidles up to you, hidden behind a raspy whisper and a long drooping hood.
If you're interested in making good pay and a good friend, head to the narrows at the western end of the gullet. Once you reach the alleys, go right and right again as soon as you can. Then, follow the bend to the left. The bullies guarding the door have a weakness for chewing Svev. You can follow their trail.
Her teeth flash under her hood.
Tell them Dario sent for you. And remember your manners.
Okay, that was the guy that, Bataro, the guy whose little money cache we found. That was who he was working for.
I say Beha did right leaving the gullet. She went and did what she needed.
So
I'll miss Beer and Earl.
we'll have to see if maybe...
It's too quiet without them.
I'm assuming he's probably at least in some way associated with the Principe, the pirates. So he might be somebody worth going to check on. The only thing I worry about with joining up with the pirates is that they have me doing rather unscrupulous things. It's kind of not really my character style. Unless, of course, it's going against like the authority, and in which case then he might be for it. Especially if they're, you know, oppressing the downtrodden like it seems like it's going on here, so... An elderly Reparo man squints in your direction before blinking profusely. He hobbles closer, bare feet slapping the splintered floorboards of his abode.
What say you, boy?
He peers steadily into your face, blinking faster all the while. The man's arms are thin as sticks. What teeth he has are yellowed or black from years of malnourishment. You know, I think most people should have a 3 perception, so I kind of wonder if... Yeah, we have a lot higher. I don't know. That's just a weird check to have a 3 perception. Who would really dump perception down that low to not be able to meet this check? Can you see me? How do you know who I am?
I see much and many things. I simply do not look with these eyes in the same manner that others do.
Oh, I guess he's blind. Did I not get that from the dialogue?
I have heard much as well. Footsteps like distant thunder. The wind whispers of a watcher who chases Aethys. I also hear the Reparu's heartbeat, grown thready and pained. Now a watcher comes to the gullet, as Amira has shown me you would.
Let's see, Amira, one of the most important deities of the traditional Huana pantheon. Amira is a bird goddess who hatched the world from an egg. The Huana often worship her as Hylia. So yeah, it's just another name for that the Huana have given to one of the gods.
At least piety can thrive in this dark and unforgiving burrow.
That sea-swept voice. One of Andra's own comes to visit me at last.
If you're saying the gods sent me, you're wrong. That doesn't really seem very like a clever thing, but that seems like what I would say is this character, so we'll go with that.
Either way, you do not work for free. Is that what you mean to say, boy? I cannot fatten your coin purse, but the Reparu never forget a kindness. Do right by us, and all of Neketaka will speak your name.
I'm not interested in fame. What else can you offer me?
Perhaps You prefer the weight of a fine sword in hand.
Oh.
Help us, Watcher, and I will tell you where to find one.
Now you have my attention.
I cannot fatten your coin purse, but the Roparu never forget a kindness. Do right.
Okay, he's saying the same thing. Have yourself a deal. His lid's half closed, heavy with thought.
The Roparu are being crushed from the top. We starve so slowly. It is an agony.
Starving? Are the gods so occupied that they cannot see inside the mountain?
It's really interesting having him in my party, being that he's one of, like, you know, the upper class or whatever, seeing how he reacts to seeing a lot of this stuff. The old man shrugs.
This is the Huana way. The fish of our nets are drawn for the tribe. The fruit of our fields, too, is reaped for the tribe. And the coin of our pockets belongs not to one, but to all. All spoils are gifted to the whole of the tribe. The tribe then partakes from the top down, from the most deserving to the least.
Why are the Roparu the least deserving, the last to partake of the tribe's spoils?
The Mataru risk their lives to protect the tribe. The Kwaru provided skilled goods and services.
The artisanal and merchant class of Huana society, though skill and craftsmanship are respected, those born into the Kwaru are not given the equivalent praise of the Mataru.
The tribe takes care of the Roparu more than we contribute to the tribe. Or it did, before our numbers swelled too large. The Dawn Stars would feed us, but the guards forbid them to pervert the order of sharing. There was a man who helped us, a soft-hearted pirate named Ulug. He worked with the Principe captain, Mad Morena, they call her, to bring us food from the black market. But for days now, we've had nothing.
What happened?
Ulug was never late with his shipments. Always very conscientious. A good boy. For him to disappear for several days without word, he must be dead. The Queen refuses to increase our share of the prize share. Without Ulug's shipments, we will surely starve. I am asking you, what else can we do?
A Huana term referring to distribution of wealth. Okay. Union advocate. I'm not going to talk to the crown. Probably not going to go to the Dawn Stars. Not big into the religious group either. So I would probably go with the smuggling, especially since I'm going to be working with the pirates anyway. Told me to get Devil's Row, and I'll consider helping you. I can re-establish the smuggling operation through the black market.
The starving sated and the pirates paid. Everyone's grins and giggles. Savvy play, Cap, worthy of Romaro himself.
Seraphin smiles and pats his belly.
If legal markets cannot provide, illicit markets are the natural result.
Everybody seems on board. He strokes the end of his chin.
You must find Delva's Row, boy. They keep a lift that will take you down to where the pirates play. Surely you'll find Ulug's contact there. If you do not know your way to the Row, someone at the Hole may be able to help you. Follow the path that Ulug first walked for us. But do not meet his same end.
Alright. I don't think I need any more info from him, so farewell. Okay, so he told us to head... I guess we'll head back to the tavern since we're already right over here. And see if we can get any more hints about how to get in Delver's Row. We did get the letter from the one guy who... but... just want to make sure I go in with all the knowledge that I can, considering it sounds like this place might not be the safest to go wandering around in. And I certainly don't want to risk angering the faction that I am planning on joining. We want to start off on a positive note. I guess probably the best bet would be to talk to the owner, the bartender. That she would probably be the best one to possibly have some information, just because I didn't see any other named people besides that one captain who isn't from around here, so probably wouldn't know. Although it did seem like she probably did some illegal stuff, so she might actually have an idea, although I think she already left, so it doesn't really matter anyway. Alright, let's see. So let's head up here. There we go. Ferna.
Need something?
I'm looking for a way into Delver's Row.
No doubt you'd fit right in. But getting there? That's dangerous business, Freshface. But it ain't none of my business, I suppose. If you're dead set on dying, you'll find Delver's Row in the Narrows. Those twisty alleys carved into the mountain on the west side of the gullet. But since I heard you've been good to the folks around here, I'll tell you how to get there without getting yourself dead first.
She winks. So that shows you, like, you know, sometimes having a good reputation with, you know, certain groups can help you out in dialogue choices and things like that, because they'll recognize you and recognize your name and be more willing to cooperate, or less, depending on it. Maybe if you're really good graces with a faction that's opposite to them. So
take a right the first chance you get. Then keep going forward until you see a merchant stall. Look close. There's a secret hallway behind a curtain there. That's your entrance. I'm sure I don't need to tell you this, but all the same, you'd best watch yourself in Delver's Row. The crooks there will kill you just as soon as cheat you out of everything you own. If Dario doesn't gut you first.
Okay, so who is this Dario?
You stick around the gullet long enough, you might find out.
Okay, well, maybe we can go and talk to him, and he can kind of help us out. You know, kind of be our entry point into there. If we can make friends with him, maybe he'll make it easier for us to get around Delver's Row. Okay, so let's see.
Tekehu, is your hair... Can you trim it? I mean, them.
Akira, I tried but once. They would not trust me for weeks after.
Brutal. At least my feathers don't have minds of their own.
Yeah, that's kind of weird that your hair was mad at you for cutting it. Okay, who is Velis? Let's find out. Nobody's home. Apparently we can take stuff, so let's do that. Crafting materials, more crafting materials, and clothing. Doesn't help me at all. Whatever. Some of it I can sell for some cash, which apparently I need because everything is way too expensive, which is usually how it starts at the beginning of the game. I'll have to go out, do some questing, and I can come back and visit some of the stores and see if there's something that I can actually, you know, afford, because there were some pieces of armor and things that I saw that could be worth checking out. Some food. Pitley's Sanctuary. Oh, pet. Let's see, what does Icus give you? +3 to all defenses against body and mind affliction attacks. It's not bad. +3 defenses, poison and disease. Might be handy to have just in case I run into an area that has some really bad poison disease stuff, because that's a body affliction as well, so it gives me a lot of defense against poison and diseases. Or if I ran into an enemy that does a lot of poison or disease attacks, a lot of undead or something like that. Okay, Pitley, what's up? The woman bends over pile of dried, bitter-smelling herbs. She's crushing and mashing them on a dirty scrap of parchment, coughing with effort. She steps in front of you to block your way, wiping a ragged sleeve across her rheumy, bloodshot eyes. Lovely.
Got nothing here worth selling or stealing. You best be on your way.
She stifles a croupy cough? Croupy? I don't know what that word is. I was told you may be able to help with the food shortage. No, I'm not. We'll go with, are you ill? You hear muffled hacking and the unsteady rhythm of labored, wheezing breaths coming from the back of the room.
Nothing a little ginger root and some bed rest won't cure. Please, let me be.
She takes another step, blocking your view of the room beyond. The herbs on the table give off an odor that scratches at your throat. I hear people coughing in the back. She shakes her head and sighs.
It's hard to keep them quiet.
She lets loose with another fit of coughing, loud enough this time to echo in the small dwelling. She finishes and wipes a fleck of blood from her mouth.
There's some sick Raparu in the back. Not much I can do for them now besides keep them comfortable.
She looks at the crimson speckle on her wrist.
And hidden.
In my village, the sick went to the other side of the mountain. Is there nowhere deeper you can flee?
It's better than leaving them to wander the district. I can give them a dignified death, if nothing else.
Why are you hiding sick people?
Because they've got drowner's lung. Spreads like gossip and kills even faster.
Go on.
I heard some Raparu had gotten sick, so I brought them here to care for them. City healers don't come down here.
She frowns and gives her nose a vicious wipe.
The Raparu have no healers of their own?
Takehu pulls at one of his long hairs, frowning. She shakes her head.
These people are laborers and fishers. Many aren't even Kahanga. Wound up here after raiders and slavers tore their own tribes apart.
She turns back to you.
Anyway, I realized what was wrong when I heard the rattle in their chests. The way they gasped for air.
She wipes the back of her hand on her leg and shudders.
Only cure is an elixir made with pine seed oil. It costs a lot, though not nearly as much as an epidemic. Still, if news of this outbreak gets out, these poor souls will get tossed into the old city. No one with any money in Neketaka spends it on the Raparu.
Is there any way to get a cure?
You can get nearly anything on Delver's Row. Only trouble is finding it.
Huh.
And paying for it.
We just happen to be heading that direction.
Unfortunately, the children of the Dawn Stars don't have many connections in this part of town.
She turns away, whooping and hacking into her
But
arm.
I bet you could find someone at the tavern who knows where Delver's Row is. Criminal types like to wet their throats after a long day of lying, cheating, and stealing.
She chuckles herself into another coughing fit. Alright, well there you go. Just one more reason for us to find Delver's Row. Alrighty. Okay, so I think it's gonna be up this way.
That Dawn Star may be able to help. What say?
Help how? Poison me? Akira.
Alright, let's see here.
Traveler, have you any food? Surely you've
The
a
Narrows
scrap to
up, it's
spare.
back behind me. Let's see what she wants. A gaunt Raparu woman grabs for your leg. She paws at you with a weak grip, fingers bone-thin and trembling.
Mercy, traveler. Never have I been so hungry.
Do you have no access to food?
Always there is prize share. The pile has grown leaner these years. Little falls to our pile that is not rotten or sour from this week and maybe before.
What do you mean? She shakes her
Forgive
head.
me, I say too much. If you would know more, ask Anoi. Our elder listens to those in need, and he speaks. Out of earshot of the guards. He's there. In the house to the right when you cross the bridge. He can speak of the hunger.
Her quavering arm points towards the southeast. The Raparu touches two gaunt-knuckled fingers to her lips. Give her some food. The woman snatches the food from your hands with surprising speed, eyes darting a glance for any onlookers before she shoves it between her teeth. She gnaws desperately, swallows, chokes, chews again, and speaks with a mouth half full of the next bite.
Thank you, traveler. Thank you. I knew you were a good one.
Alright, so let's walk away. We already know how to get Delver's Row, so we don't need that. Oh, there's something to loot. It'd be funny if I found some food in that crate. Be like, you could have just grabbed it from there.
The Raparu Fig Queen calls these rations. Does she expect the Raparu to subsist on garbage?
You're right, it's awful. Takehu swallows and diverts his gaze away from the pile. So I guess this has been a very eye-opening experience for Takehu coming down here.
Will do.
Half-eaten food scraps litter the pile. A rancid stench rises from it. So that's the food they get, is what the others don't want to eat, I guess. Lovely. Alright. Oh, wait, hold on. You enter a dim alleyway that reeks of urine and torch smoke. I need to look at the journal to see which way we're supposed to go. Food for thought, what is that? No, established food source. That's getting to Delver's Row. Where was the guy who gave me, like, the, Delver's Row? No, it was somebody, the guy who sent me, the Dario who sent me the message. No. 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 Here we go. I was told to head into the Narrows, turn right again, and then go left. Right, and then left. Okay, so go right. You trudge along the dark passage and reach an intersection. The tunnel branches off to the right. You hear the distant murmur of voices down the darkened path, but see no one. Go right again. The tunnel branches to the left. The floor around the entrance is spattered with something as thick and dark as tar. It looks like Svef, which is what that lady said to follow that. So go left. A handful of guards emerge and block your way, crossing their thick arms over their chests. One of them spits a vicious black glob at your feet. He rolls a dark plug between his teeth. Better head back, friend. It's invitation only past here. Dario sent a message for me. The guards nod and let you pass, chomping loudly on mouthfuls of Svef. At the end of the passage is a stately door, crafted of polished mahogany. Through the small slit in the door, you catch flashes of fire-cast shadows and bright textiles. The scent of sandalwood and cinnamon oil come to you on a warm draft. Whatever's beyond the door is likely far more elegant than anything else you've seen near the gullet. Enter the hideout. So we'll see what this guy has to say. Hopefully it's some kind of an intro into the pirate group. We'll see. Don't keep the boss waiting. Stealing. Nah. Oh well.
Worth it.
A thin, long-limbed man holds a handkerchief in one hand and a threaded needle in the other. As you approach, he sets his handiwork aside, and you see an elaborate goldwork pattern embroidered around the edge, the same pattern that adorns his brilliant tunic. You also notice a strange bulk beneath the thin fabric of his trouser leg that runs from hip to ankle. I don't want to be investigating his bulge, even though that is rather impressive.
The hero of the Raparu visits me at last. You must forgive the cryptic introduction, but I prefer to remain among the comforts of home.
He leans forward with a squeak of leather and a rattle of metal. You see something protruding above his boots, the bottom of a leg brace. Oh, okay, that's better.
It certainly looks comfortable.
Takehu scans the room with an uncertain frown.
Better to be a prince here than a slave out there.
He dips his head in a mock bow. Then he turns back to you.
Though these are modest luxuries compared to those on offer at the palace.
His mouth twitches in a smile.
But had I only known there was a watcher in my midst, I would have extended the invitation sooner.
Why did you invite me here?
I have a job. One that could use a watcher's skills. There is an artifact called the Cornet of Waves, which is currently in the possession of a Juana named Takano. I would like you to liberate it for me.
He flutters his slender hands in a way that resembles a bird taking flight. Most people of your standing like to handle their acquisitions themselves.
Alas, none of my people are watchers, and you will see things they cannot. Takano is a man of many vanities, as your special gifts will no doubt reveal. His villa is on the eastern edge of Serpent's Crown, just downwind of the palace.
He pauses, tenting his fingers.
The opportunist I first hired was too bold and found herself ejected from the district. With your unique talents, I am hoping you can avoid such complications and persuade Takano. After all, it would be best to avoid drawing the ire of our Mataru hosts. When you have the cornet, bring it to me. I will pay you well for it, and you will find my favor useful in this part of the city.
What is the Cornet of Waves?
It is an old Juana artifact, a musical instrument of sorts.
One hand plays with an elaborate decoration at his sleeve.
Ages ago, it was part of a pair, but its companion, the Cornet of Depths, was lost when the old city sank. Both are said to carry the voice of Andra herself.
Look no further, silly man. I speak with Ngati's tongue.
And are you willing to sit upon my shelf for my entertainment?
His eyes crawl over to Takehu and he smirks. Then he returns his attention to you.
I do not believe in these superstitions, of course.
He frowns. Yet you see the tension in the way he pinches the fabric of his sleeve. He wants this artifact, badly. What do you want with it?
I have told you all you need to know of the cornet. Now, I suggest you focus your sharp mind on retrieving it.
I need to ask about another matter.
What do you
information
require?
he has. Dario leans towards you, his leg braces squeaking. I need to speak with Mad Morena. I found some money that belongs to you. I mean, 600 copper isn't a big deal. It could get me some good standing with these guys, so I'm going to think about it. I need to speak with Mad Morena.
Patience. First, you must bring me the Cornet of Waves.
The Principe seemed divided. Which side are you on?
Why must we speak of sides? Like squabbling merchants from the republics.
He makes a face as if he's just smelled something awful.
Ugh, our merchants squabble. I imagine your pirates do not bother with the squabble and just put a bullet through the head of whoever displeases them.
Better to spend lead than waste words, Ainika.
He smiles.
Once, there were no sides. Only Principe, a people united by common interest and culture. But as our fame has grown, so have our numbers. Many of these new bloods have no sense of restraint and little regard for our heritage.
His long fingers stray to his shining suolenet. It's that token that says that was what he gave to Bataro that got him in trouble.
He ain't blowing ballast, Cap. Don't mean there's a course to be charted back to the golden days, though.
With a sigh, Seraphin shrugs. I'm just going to continue to listen. I don't know if I'm going to pick sides just yet.
But we need them still. The new bloods are Principe too now. And many are inventive in ways the old guard is not.
Inventive or not, their ships will end up in Andra's clutches.
For such a serious people, you Rawatayans have most colorful imaginations.
Dario turns back to you. Do I give him the 600 copper, or do I keep the 600 copper? I think I'm going to keep it. I really don't... I doubt... It's probably just going to give me a minor positive, if anything, and... although eventually the money's really not going to matter. I'm probably going to be making so much 600 copper is going to be nothing. Alright, let's just give it. Why not?
A matter of principle.
Minor positive. Yeah. Oh well. Oh, and it's with Delver's Row. It's not even with the Principe. Well, poop. Oh well.
In Neketaka, that is rarer than teeth in a clan. Keep it. Who says virtue is its own reward?
He makes a flicking motion with his slender fingers and smiles indulgently. Sweet. So free. I'll take that. I would ask him about his legs, but I doubt it's going to lead anywhere, maybe even offend him, so we'll just say farewell. So long, farewell. Oh, and you know what? I can actually... I think I can disarm the trap without pissing him off.
Blow it up.
Oh, what was that? You gained reputation with Delver's criminals. Oh, I gained reputation. Oh, wait, no, that's probably from the, whatchamacallit, the, talking. So, yeah, there was no... They didn't react to me disarming the trap. Like I said, they don't really care if you disarm traps. That's not considered stealing, but unlocking it is definitely bad. Okay, so let's go to the gullet, because we're going to start from the beginning, because we got the directions from the barkeep to tell us how to get there, but it was from basically the beginning, so we will start from there.
What does water...
Oh wait, I need to look at the... hold on.
Feel like Takei.
Journal. Okay, so I think that was part of food for thought. No, it was harsh medicine maybe. Where is it? This is the promise. Oh, Delver's Row. There you go. I learned that Devil's Row can be accessed via secret alley. The alley is concealed behind a curtain in a merchant stall in the Narrows. A complex underground street's connected. Okay, so I just need to find a merchant stall. Sure, let's do that. Alright, well, explore the Narrows. You enter a dim alleyway. Let's go left. This tunnel ends, but another branches off. The only sounds are the crackling of torches and the steady drip of water. Guess go right. You come to a door. It's solid as stone around it, with no handle and no knob. It's deathly quiet on the other side. You rap gently on the door, and the sound echoes as if in a wide, empty space. Turn around. So I guess we'll go left. We'll just go back to where we were. Okay, so the alley winds ahead of you. To the right, you hear the din of multitude and smell of musk and of many bodies, which is, I think that's back to the Narrows. So we will go forward. I think we went right would be lead us to Dario, so let's go forward. On your left is an abandoned merchant stall displaying cheap jewelry. The path continues ahead. Inspect the merchant stall. Sure, only check, sure. Nope. On your left is an abandoned merchant stall displaying cheap jewelry. Oh, okay, yeah, so I saw that there was a little... So, there we go. You check the tunnel one more time to make sure no one is watching, then you slip behind the curtain and into another passageway. You're walking along when several hooded figures materialize out of the darkness. Not so fast. You gotta pay a toll if you want to visit Delver's Row. I could try bluffing. But I don't want to risk that. If they see through my lie and get ticked off, I don't want to risk getting in a fight with this group, just in case. So, I don't really feel I need to pay them. So, I think I'll just retrace my steps. I'll come back to this maybe after I do the quest for the Dario guy. Maybe he will get me entrance into here.
Love to a bloom of jellyfish.
Okay.
Like 1,000 wet kisses with a delicate caress under the skin.
I may have missed my calling.
Okay. Let's see. I think we'll go ahead and head up to... What is this? Why is there a marker there, I wonder? Anyway, so we'll head up here, because that was where the guy's house was that we were supposed to look for that thing for him. So we'll go check that out. I don't feel the need to search every single area in Neketaka. We might try to get this done and then head out, and then we can always come back and search the other areas, just so that, you know, we're not spending the entire time in this one city, even though, I mean, it's huge. I guess this was one of the problems that I had with the first game, was the one, especially major city, Defiance Bay, is I just felt like once you got there, you spent way too much time there, where it got a little old going back and forth between the different city districts. So this one I think is a little bit better, because a lot of the quests you get send you out and about the world, and you know, the city is, the game in itself is just a lot more well designed and a lot more alive and interesting. So you don't run into it. Takano's Estate, that's where I need to go. So let's head over that way. But yes, even though this is better than Defiance Bay, it still does run into problems where you're like, oh, okay, I'm ready to go leave and do something else. But I mean, that's the good news, is that there always is other stuff you can do. Like in the first game, I felt like once you got to Defiance, you were kind of stuck there because you had to finish the quest there before you moved on to another area. But in this one, you know, there's other stuff you can do outside of Neketaka.
Be careful when sparring. See the scratches on the wood?
All right, let's just have a chat with him and see what's up. An older Mataru man stands ringed by a younger Huana. Apprentices or pupils, it seems. His robes shimmer with quartz beading, and his perfume announces his presence from across the room. Yet beneath his finery he looks like a fighter gone to seed. Disused muscles flap from his arms, and flab pads him like so many layers of silk. He looks up and notices you.
Greetings, and welcome to my home.
He gestures to the lavish room, puffing his broad chest out a little more.
But you bring one of Helia's beloved. This indeed is an honor.
He sucks in his paunch and flashes Pallegina an enormous toothy grin. Pallegina tries to muster a smile, but her obvious discomfort twists the expression into a twitching grimace.
What say? The handsome fish deserves no recognition?
Of course, he's jealous.
Tales of your capers precede you. I'll have you know that mine is a respectable house.
He gives Takehu a look that would be stern if it weren't so self-important.
For what do you come to my villa?
Beaming, he spreads his arms wide.
Nice house. Be a shame if someone nudged it over the mountainside.
You Rawatayans have the strangest sense of humor.
He laughs loudly, but panic flickers in his eyes. Let's read his soul. Your essence slips from your body, and Takano's soul enfolds you yours like a warm, oily thing. As his fears and questions seep into you, your perspective shifts to his. At first you're worried the savannah folk before you had been sent by the Valian debt collectors. It would be a low trick taking advantage of your famous hospitality, but then those Valians are crafty. Perhaps if your villa were bigger, then they might know you are a man worthy of respect. At least you have the shell. You tuck it away not only for safekeeping, but also because you are a little ashamed of it. How could such a simple, ugly thing be sacred to a god? But it was a gift from the queen, and so you keep it. Your gaze strays to the wall. Yes, you must knock down the section there, install a wide, grand window, once you have the money. You retreat from Takano's soul to find him watching you with a placid smile. I'm kind of hesitant to just blurt right out with this because I feel like it could cause trouble, but oh well, my guy's pretty direct anyway. So I hear you have a rare Andrite artifact.
The Cornet of Waves. It is a conch shell, but very important. To receive it is the highest honor.
He nods vigorously, jiggling the loose flesh of his neck. He sounds like he's trying to convince himself more than you.
The Queen gave it to me as thanks for my years of service. I was her personal bodyguard when she was a child, you know.
Why is the Cornet of Waves so special?
Because it is sacred to the goddess Andra. Everyone knows it is a privilege to have.
He clasps his interlaced fingers together, his knuckles glowing white. He glances toward his apprentices.
Akara Takano. Everyone knows it is a sign of favor.
She snaps too, her response as sudden and automatic as though Takano had just given her an order. He gives the apprentice an appreciative nod.
I am misled if holding a shell is all it takes to earn Ngati's favor.
Takehu tosses his hair and chuckles to himself. I guess all I can say is, I see.
Generations ago, there was a similar shell. When the old city sank, Andra's faithful gathered around that cornet and prayed for deliverance.
He leans close, a storyteller's grin spreading across his face. An ominous sing-song creeps into his voice.
But Andra is not a goddess of mercies. Instead of lifting them from the ruin, she pulled them down with the shell and said they would rise when it did.
He chuckles and leans back, clasping his hands over his generous midsection.
That is the story, anyway. Macabre, no?
His eyes twinkle with glee. For right now, I'm just going to say farewell. Maybe do a little snooping. Looks like his kitchen. So that's stealing. Let's head upstairs. Maybe there's no way there. You might just have it hidden somewhere, which in which case I can just steal it. Let's see here. Let's just make sure nobody can see us.
I've got it.
There's a key. I don't think I need the key, and I don't really want it, because a lot of times when you pick up keys, it eliminates the ability to be able to pick stuff, which gives you XP and everything. So I'll come back for it if I need it. I will steal this stuff, because he's kind of a jerk, so he's going to give me some money.
I don't be supposing we could blow it up.
So yeah, we'll unlock that. Blessed incense. Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. There's some locked things down here, so we'll head down this way. Head over here and see if we can get away. Okay, good. So nobody can see us over here.
My fingers be fat and furry, but easy breezy, wet tan.
Ah, that was easy. Corner to waves. Quape, merciless gaze, flint and tinder. You saw nothing. Alright. That's pretty simple. So we'll go ahead and just head back and turn that in, see if we can get to Delver's Row really fast. Check that out, maybe even set up the food shortage thing. See if maybe we can meet up with the pirates, which seems like if we use Delver's Row, it does give us access to them. So, yeah, it might be a good idea to go.
Are we not?
Aye, but I be a furry blue pirate, and you be, well, you.
I am a servant. My country has needs, and I tend to them as best I can, regardless of company.
Okay, the gullet. The hole, Delos' home, be his home, Pilly Sanctuary, Anoi's home, Old City Overlook. Oh, I can go straight to Dario. Sweet. So I love, like, there's that feature. Oh, cloak figures spring out of the alleys flanking the street. Uh-oh. Sounds like we're gonna get some action. Is it gonna be a scripted event, or oh no, we're going straight into this. Okay. Let's roll. Several figures slink towards you from the surrounding streets. Leading them is an Orlan with blood-red fur and long, sharpened nails. She sniffs the air. Lovely.
I smell that Mataru Richling's perfume on you. You've got something I want.
Oh.
Give me the Cornet of Waves.
So this isn't a random encounter. This is because of what we just did. The thug creeps towards you, hands on their weapons. So I actually get a positive if I just go after it. You must be the one Dario originally hired.
Now, lass, no need to sour that pretty face on account of us achieving what you done cooked up.
Seraphin smiles, but his hands hover near his weapons.
I ain't failed just yet. Not when I got you cornered.
Back off.
Not without the cornet of waves.
She inches closer, brandishing a blade. I could just intimidate and maybe even get out of this without a fight, but I'd miss out on some XP, possibly some loot, and of course I do also get a little bit of an increase with that group if I just attack her, so we're going to go with that.
I smell conflict.
Alright, so she's already doing her thing. Actually you, I want... actually, first off, let's just attack. We're going to wait for them to group up, and then we'll cast that fog. Especially once we see where everybody is going to be fighting. Go ahead and frenzy. Let's see, this guy's going to be off to the side, so we'll go ahead and just... Or is there somebody we want to... Ooh, a Cypher. Yeah, you're going to target him, along with your little birdie. That's, you know, I was kind of originally thinking about making my character to be somebody, especially with the Mage Slayer, who would go back and take care of, like, casters and stuff like that. But Maya's also just so really good at it, so I might just use her for that and still have his Mage Slayer to protect him before she's able to kill them from, you know, dealing spells against him. So, let's see, is there anything I want you to do? I could cast something like this to knock... do that, knock him down before he's able to do anything, and then that way she can maybe take him out and he's not even able to attack. Okay, let's see what that gets us. Okay, I need you to get up front before you cast that. I told you to do something. Why did you reset? Okay, oh, why does it always start on super slow-mo? You there. Let's go ahead and paralyze these guys. Palagina, I'm going to have you... You don't need to paralyze anybody, so... I'm just going to have you do Flames of Devotion on that person. You there, since this appears to be where the fighting is. Wow, okay. So, might as well just do this, because it looks like I'm going to have it easier. Does he have something else that would work better? Causes an icy wind of incredible power to rise, pushing back all in the area of effect and inflicting freeze damage. Now I thought anything that he did that was when didn't cause friendly fire. That's the water chamber. Okay, frost and water spells cast this way are foe only. Oh, I wonder if it's only the ones that he like learns as his special spells, like the ones that he gets at level up, are the only ones that count for that, which is annoying, but oh well. Okay, so we'll just do that.
This does not work.
Oh wait, hold on. Where are you casting that? Oh, that's perfect. Cypher down.
Try, I say. Let's go.
Still got it.
Got it.
Alright, let's see. Fine stiletto. Medium shield. What is this? Oh, hardtack. Nothing really that great. What's the armor? Scale armor. What is it I have? I have fine mail armor right now. 835. Brigadine 955. Ooh. What is she wearing? 835. Okay, so I'll just leave her with what she's got. Okay. So that'll just be loot to sell. More loot to sell. Okay. Usually the areas like this they'll be a little bit more open, but they won't really have anything, like there's no stuff to loot or anything. So, you don't really have to feel the need to completely search around them.
Right.
Okay. So I have a feeling like you can use this one that I picked up in order to find the other one. So I'm hoping that he's not just going to take it and leave it. If he does that, I might reload and go and find the other one first to see if it, you know, you can get some kind of cool loot out of it or something before I give it to him. But we'll see what he has to say.
Require?
Dario leans towards you, his leg brace squeaking. Is this the artifact you're looking for?
Let us hope so. I hear rumors that Takano was robbed by an unknown thief. I do hope no one beat you to it.
He examines the conch, tracing his delicate fingers over the Andrite symbols. Pleasure shines in his eyes. I didn't have pause there.
And now the real work begins. You must take this to the undercroft.
Okay, so yeah, see, I have to go find the other one. He hands the shell back to you. Perfect.
It lies just below Delver's Row. It is where goods of questionable provenance originate.
Take the lift.
Take the lift from Delver's Row, not the lift in the gullet, mind you. My associate Gwenfen will await you outside the passage in the old Juana style.
If you're just now telling me, then must be a reason for the secrecy. I brought you the conch. You can't go changing the terms of our deal now. Let's go with, if you're just now telling me, then there's a reason for the secrecy.
The ruins of the old city are perilous, yet rumored to hide great treasures. Still, the Juana do not permit people to go there except to die. And yet...
He smiles.
Among the ruins is a certain mosaic.
He rubs the gold stitching on his outfit. What do you care about a mosaic? You expect me to bring it back? I want to hear more about these treasures. Go on.
The shell you found will reveal it to you. Gwenfen can explain all when you find her.
He leans close, braces squeaking.
It is said the old city was once as grand as Serpent's Crown. Whatever treasure you find there is yours to keep. For now, take this. Consider it an advance.
He hands you a bag of coin, 3 in copper. Let's just go ahead. Ateria attacked me after I left Takano's.
Yet you are still standing here, no?
A sly smile gleams behind his lips. More positive reputation.
It is only a shame I did not hire you in the first place.
How do I reach the undercroft?
There is a lift in Delver's Row, next to a Netzo shop. I will see that the people who guard it do not give you trouble.
Ah, see, there we go. Now we can get into Delver's Row.
Once you descend, cross the bridge. Behind the stockade is a door to, well, a very old place. You will know it when you see it. Gwenfen will await you and the cornet there. Do whatever she asks as though the request comes from me.
Alright. Well, I guess, yeah, we can go ahead and head down there, even though, I don't know, last time I was down there, there was a little bit of high-level stuff. So, we might come back to that. Let's go to the gullet. So we might go ahead and head out and head over to Fort Deadlight and see about dealing with that pirate who caused us to be stranded in the first place. and we'll come back. And maybe because after doing that, we'll probably have at least, I think, hopefully leveled up. So then we should be able to come back and deal with that area. I don't want to run in there under-leveled because there's probably going to be lots of nasty stuff. Because that was that one area we looked at. There were those things that were like 2 or 3 levels above me. So, all right, let's see about supplying our ship. If there's anything we want to get. I know we're very, very low on funds right now. We're pretty good. Could use some medical supplies, but I don't think anybody's injured right now, so I think I'll just leave that. We'll probably find some in our travels. I do maybe want to buy another cannon, although they are so expensive. I might hold off. Oh, and see, here's some of the stuff that came out in the new DLC that just came out, like Lurker, Helm, and Rudder. Plus 5 meters in combat speed. Living steel anchor. 10 meters combat travel speed. Nice. Although they're expensive as anything. We'll probably just stick with this, although I might go ahead and sell off all my junk just to get rid of it. That put us at almost 5,000. Maybe let's see what's like a not too expensive one. This one has really great distance, but just 4 to 7 damage, 6 to 9. I think I'd rather have an Iron Thunder 1,000. I'm probably gonna need it just on the off chance we run into any kind of ship combat. This is gonna be really, really helpful. I just want one. Alright. So let's go ahead and go to this so then we can equip it. I'll put it here so I have one of these on each side. Which is the more experienced of the cannoneers? Okay, they're both novice, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. We will leave by sea. Actually... there is other areas on this island that I would like to explore, but I think for right now we'll stick to just going by sea. Oh, a voice calls out to you from an alleyway. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, because the island that Neketaka is on is pretty big and it's got some other stuff, although I remember some of it is a little bit higher level. Neketaka's poorer districts host more dark than light. The streets and alleys, the only housing many who want to know. As you pass by one of these alleys, a voice calls out. You turn to see a hand fold out from the darkness. The pale palm balances a figurine, more silhouette than statue in the dim light. And when you try to get a clearer look, the fingers fold back up. Magic, the voice says. It summons beasts to harry your enemies. Will save you in a pinch. In a city as dangerous as this, surely your life's worth a few silver. Torchlight glints from the man's teeth. You want? You follow. The figure withdraws into the darkness. I wouldn't mind a figurine, because like I said, my character probably he's not going to be using a lot of potions or anything like that, so he has a lot of quick slots available for that stuff, so let's enter the tunnel. Within the alley, a torch ignites, revealing a tunnel entrance. You pass through the archway. On the other side, a group of principi hold torches and blades. Bodies stuff the corners, eyes dry in the flickering flames, some with their hands bound, others faces down in the grime. Strangely, Vasile is in it. The pirate draws his weapon. Set out a little cheese, and these foreign rats come tick-tick-tick chittering in. So they're Principi, which is the group I want to work with, so... let's see, I can attempt to flee. I can blind them with an ability. I can try to intimidate. Let's see. What is my diplomacy? Oh, it's a watcher-only one. Oh, yeah, that's not going to work out. A 6. Yeah, we're going to go with that. Let's try to intimidate. That way maybe we can get out of the fight and maybe even get the figurine, which would be great. Oh. Success! The Principi leader stares at you blankly before taking a step back. His crew glances around, a few reaching for their weapons. The leader scowls. Merla. You would make quite the pirate. Perhaps you should roll it around in that clever head of yours. At ease, boys. Hand over the figurine. Ah, I have been rolling around in my head, actually. Thank you. You have gained Battered Dog figurine. Once per rest. A Grave Hound. Nice. He bowed farewell and bowed to you. Awesome. So that was cool. You know, I avoided fighting that group, and on top of that, I got the figurine. I didn't even have to pay for it. That worked out rather well. I was a little worried about the Intimidate skill at first, because it just seemed to always be kind of like a... Or those first couple of times I had it seemed to be more kind of like an evil or cruel usage, but it's actually come in handy quite a bit. Which I think that's more what it should be. I mean, there should definitely be some instances where you would use it that way, but there should also just be ways where you use it just to, you know, get out of fighting. Okay, so let's see here. Fort Deadlight. All the way over here. Okay, so we'll just start heading that way. See if we find anything. Speed time up a little bit. How's our morale doing? 79. It's going up, so we should be fine. Or actually, it's staying even. That's okay, too. Is that a... Oh. Sometimes when you see the ones that are moving really fast, it's usually the pirates because they're chasing you. Looks like a pretty straight shot. Oh, that's pretty far away, too. Okay, so... Oh, that was where we did that swimming competition. Oh, here's some refuse. That's nice. Medical supplies, perfect, just what we needed. Repair supplies. Low rations. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, so we're down to the hardtack. Let's put some fruit. I do want to get my, what should we call it, morale up. So I'm going to start putting some nicer stuff up in there. What is this? 0. So that's fine. Actually, I'll do it this way. Alright, that should help out. Oh, I have 11 of Mariner's Porridge plus 5. I could just do a couple of those and have my stuff up. Put the hardtack there. I'm really low on water. Oh, no, there we go. Water, okay. Okay, that should help. Okay, that should get me my morale up pretty fast, too. Which will increase their experience gain, which is great to have. You hear a knock at the door to your quarters. Okay, interesting. An unexpected cold wind blows across the deck of the ship, and even after several hours, has not abated. Eldingram sheepishly knocks on your cabin door. When he enters, his skin is pale, his brow dotted with beads of sweat. Begging your pardon, Captain, but this is an ill wind sent by Andra. We've sailed too long without offering her tribute. She's sure to punish us if we don't give her what she's due. He tilts his head toward the hatch, beckoning you to follow him on deck. 1,000? What? What? Ugh! Yikes! Oh, that's... I'm really worried about what's going to happen if we don't do this. I would like to have some money. I mean, I need to start buying some stuff. I know I'm going to start earning it as we get going, but it's taking too long. We just don't have the coin. I'm going to chance it. Let's just see what happens. I'm even curious to see, like, what happens if we don't give it. Like, this obviously is just going to probably be the end of it. Although she might give us some kind of blessing. Maybe. Let's see. Maybe since we have Takehu with us, maybe his mom will be a little bit easier on us. Eldingram gulps, but Captain, you're defying Andra. Oh, shoot. Throw him overboard. Let's just send him back to work. Shoulders slumped. Eldingram heads back to work. Over the next day, you catch glimpses of the crew looking your way and muttering, sometimes shaking their heads and sighing. By the following day, the wind has lifted and the crew's mood lightens, but they maintain the nagging feeling that you've offended a god. Plus, that's also the thing, is my guy hates the gods anyway, so he's not going to want to give up 1,000 gold. 5 morale, it's not too bad. Okay, sit through the wreckage. Milk? That's nice. Oh, and of course I get a cannon. That was why I was hesitant to buy it. I was like, I'm probably going to find one. Okay, repair supplies that I don't need, that's fine. Okay, through the distant haze of a sea mist and rocky shadows, Fort Deadlight rises over the horizon. Approaching a pirate stronghold is a risky venture, even for the most skilled of mariners. Any ship not flying a Principe flag that's sighted in Deadlight shallows may be raided. Abaddon's iron scrote cap. Then guns be even bigger than I remember. Seraphim looks up at his fortress from the deck and hails through his teeth. What's happening? God of golems, machines, industry, strength, hope, and aspiration. I can be vouchsafing you with the guards if you can be getting us to dock without being blasted to bits thrice over. Otherwise, I'd be recommending the sneakiest approach you got. I think I have a Principe flag. Hold on, let me see. Did I pick one up? For some reason, I thought I did. It does not appear so, though. All I have is just the obsidian one from the pre-order stuff. Okay. Well, I got another Iron Thunderer. What is that? 200 to 500, 4 turns, 6 to 9. See, these reload a little bit faster, but not fast enough, actually. It's better to use those. So, there we go. Now I have 3 of those. I could have just waited and saved the 1,000. Oh well. I didn't know I'd find it, and better to have it than not. Okay, so yeah, I certainly don't want to be picking a fight with these guys. So what I will do is row to the shores on a skiff under the cover of night. Waves slap at the sides of your skiff, the only sounds aside from your occasional grunt of exertion as you stealthily row to the island shore under the shroud of darkness. You stow your skiff in the shadow of the towering walls and creep forward in search of a way into the fort. So once we get in, hopefully Seraphim should be able to help us avoid any major conflict. You know, we might have to deal with an overzealous guard or something like that, maybe. But hopefully we can keep it minimal just so that we're not losing any reputation gain. We just want the one guy who just kind of screwed us over. And also we were sent after him by another member of the faction, which does show, like we talked with Dario, that there's a split. So we're going to have to see maybe which side. I wonder if we're going to end up having to choose sides if we choose to go with the faction, like if we have to choose between the 2 different sub-factions or whatever you want to call it. So we'll have to see, you know, what each side is about. But, you know, hopefully this should give us a good amount of action either way. Okay.
Right before, never had cool. Be keeping a weather eye peeled for a way up.
Let's see, do I need to get rid of that? What is it? It's just heal and receive and max health. Nah, I think he's fine. What is this? Resistance to Vigilant Quarry. Is that just something from her being... What is Vigilant Quarry? Oh, that's for being an avian godlike. You have resistance to intellect afflictions and perception afflictions. That's pretty nice. She just always has that. That's cool. Alright. Rising like a tidal wave above the ocean, a white stone wall stretches into the sky. Halfway between Deadlight's battlements and the rocky cove at its base, an arched window opens into the salty air. Inspect the wall. Jagged stones jut from the wall, often and at irregular intervals. Half crumbled, they look sharp but sturdy, and may be able to hold a person's weight. The window is high, but its sill is solid. Carved right into the wall. With a strong enough toss, a grappling hook could grip on the ledge. Usually, not always, there are some instances where actually using a tool ends up being bad. But typically using the tool is better, so we'll go with that. We want somebody with high athletics, probably is what it's going to be. Or might. Or both, which is probably going to be my guy, because he has 7. Athletics 1. None. Athletics 8. Okay, she has me there. Okay, so she has athletics 8, but only might 12. I have might 16, athletics 7. So I'm gonna go with me. Okay, so you lob the grappling hook. Success! The coiled rope whips like a snake in the air as the hook cuts straight for the open window, clanking against the stone sill. As you yank the slack tight, it holds secure. So yeah, it was might check. I guess athletics is more like endurance and stuff. Rising like a tidal wave above the ocean, a white stone wall stretches into the sky half a bit. Okay, yeah. Climb to the open window. You shimmy up the rope to the open window. Grappling hook bites deeper into the saltwater slick stone as you clamber over the window's ledge and into the dark room. You stand, dusting your hands off as you glance around. You climbed right into like the barracks where all the guys are. Oops, wrong window. Candygram. Okay. First off, we're going to do some stealing. Oh, you know what I also need to do is take it off of fast mode.
I don't be supposing we could blow it up.
Picking?
Swapped in sparkling.
Oh, what is this? Fine leather armor. So this is the thing is I might start looking for lighter armor for my guy just to kind of speed up his recovery. So I'll put that there for now, but I could also give that to somebody else. Just because it is going to drop his armor rating, and he's already a little squishy as it is. So, did that say guard dog? Okay, I'm going to unlock this door, but I'm not going to open it because there's a dog there. I just want to get the XP. Where was the... There's like a lever there. Okay, so let's... Alright, oh, stealth.
Quiet time.
Do I get a map or is this all fogged out? It's all fogged out. Okay, that's up to the forge. Let's just continue to take a look around here before we leave, just to see if there's anything worth finding. We already got some loot. So.
Ahoy, Captain. I've got to come clean about something, and that'll be as good a time as not.
Now's a good time? Really? Let's go with that.
Fair, I get it. We be in a fortress filled with lawless types who'd murder us as soon as look at us. But hear me out. Much as I hate Benweth, the main reason I signed up with you were to get here. To get a chance to look for a man named Romaro.
Who's Romaro?
Now, that'd be a longer story than we've got time for. Quick of it be that Romaro's in trouble. The Principe have sent a ship hunter after him, and I've got a need and a half to find him first. I didn't see his ship, so probably not. But mayhaps we could keep a weather eye open for clues to his whereabouts.
Why didn't you tell me about him before? Seraphin's head falls. He scratches the scar on the side of his nose.
Apologies, Captain, for not being more forthcoming. Romaro be like family to me, and I didn't know you from a bilge pump. Actually, I've known a bilge pump or two.
Okay, let's keep a lookout for clues. Seraphin uncover information on Romaro at Fort Deadlight. Sign reads storage. Okay, should be a lot of stuff to steal in here. Okay, that'll be good for giving to my crew.
Benweth be behind these doors, no doubt.
Oh, really?
My fingers be fat and swapped in sparkling, Captain.
So many fine stilettos. I don't use those. Oh, but I guess from a hole in the stone wall, a chain mechanism attaches to the lock of this gate. Sign reads gunpowders. So I can't get in there.
My fingers be fat,
at least not from this direction.
So nimble. Easy breezy, wet and sleazy. Deadlight's power to be north of here. The brig be to the south.
Oh. Okay, so can't go that way. What do these stairs lead to? Courtyard. Might be best just to head out because, I mean, he's supposed to be helping me out with dealing with the pirates, so maybe he can, you know, just, I don't want to get caught and end up in a fight, you know, when I could possibly talk my way through. So, wouldn't mind checking out the forge. Maybe there's a weaponsmith there who can make something, has some cool loot or something to buy. Okay. Ooh. Okay, somebody sees me. Okay, so this looks like a friendly zone. I guess since I made it this far, they don't realize that I'm not supposed to be here? Maybe? Is that what it is? Let's go with that. Saw a name here. Who is this? Manau. He groans, too weak to lift his head. Okay, never mind then.
Been slower than 2 slugs.
Do you want to talk?
Think this'll break me? Ha! It won't.
Apparently, yes.
Spit on me, and I'll make you regret it. One day, surely.
Why are you being punished?
Those hagfish. Benweth's crew lashed me up to be, and I quote, a deterrent to insubordination. It's shark shit. All I did was filch one of their horns and blast it to startle lung with. I wanted to see her get all worked up.
Benweth's crew uses horn blasts for an alarm.
Well, sure. But shouldn't you know this, on account of you being a captain?
She tilts her head back, gazing suspiciously at you from beneath her lashes. My fist will be captain of your face if you question me again. With a scowl, she twists against the ropes, then she gives up sagging. I'll cut you loose.
Not that I ain't grateful, but if Ben's crew spots me about, they'll be taking more than my pride next.
Don't get caught again.
Suppose I'll do my best.
She flicks you a sly smile in parting. Maybe she will be helpful in the future.
It was their first hanging. Had the rope too long, so we cut the tosser's head right off.
Snake Eyes Conduin.
Ain't even possible. How might I help you out of a bit of money, Squab? Care to join our fun? Or is it swilling information you're chasing?
The pirate looks you over, eyeing the make of you. A sly smile curls at his mouth as he tosses a pair of dice to rattle over the cobblestone ground. Without so much as a glance at the settling dice, he calls out their numbers. I'm looking for Captain Benweth.
I ain't my captain's keeper. And I know better than to ask what business you've got with Brutal Ben.
He jerks his head once to the right.
You might check the court for him. If he ain't target practicing, he's tickling the harpsichord or taking his swill. 2 out of the 3 can be done there. But if you see him, don't fucking tell him I sent you.
He rolls the spare dice over to the tops of his fingers, making it appear and disappear with the fluid flicks of his hand. Okay.
It is. I'm telling you, I saw it.
The court. Let's go ahead and head in there. Alright, so I guess we gotta try to probably find some way to isolate him, which is probably what we learned about the thing with the alarms, is we try to find a way to lure him
Before I go
out.
introducing you to Ciri, I should mention something.
Seraphin frowns, scratching at his furred cheek. There's always a complication.
Aye. See you getting savvy to Ondra's salty laws. I might have said things to Ciri when I last dropped anchor at Deadlight. Just lovers' words, savvy. But I can't say I rightly lived up to them. I ain't saying there's a problem, just a possible wrinkle in the old charts.
What am I supposed to do with that information?
All I'm saying is, you see her go for a pistol, you best step away from me.
It's good advice. Oh, there's Ciri over there. We'll take a look around first, see what else we can find. Oh, what was that? The horn or something. This. Deadlight horn. Oh. So that's what we'd use to signal. I want to. Oh, where's that dog figurine? There. I'm not really using explosives anyway. No, I hate how it does that. You have to find empty space. I find that annoying. Okay. Oh, this is actually one of the characters that was added in DLC to be a sidekick.
Welcome all. Buy me a bottle and I'll be your finest loving pal.
She hiccups into her fist, then pounds it on her chest to loose an impressive belch.
What says you, lad?
I'm looking for Benweth. She swipes grog from her mouth and with the back of her one hand.
Aye. You're likely to find him here from time to time. But at the moment, he's staying up top at Aldi's private quarters.
How do I get there?
You don't. Ben's locked down the inner halls and the upper ramparts. No one but his own crew's allowed within. He's temping the fort down because he doesn't want to get in trouble with Aldi's again. Last time, we might have got too rowdy.
She snickers into her cup.
But executing all those political prisoners sure was fun.
Murky hiccups behind her hand. Say I wanted to draw Benweth down here.
And why would you want to be doing that?
He and I have some unfinished business.
So long as it stays between just you and him. Ben loves him some good festivities. Blood or booze doesn't matter so long as it's flowing freely. That's why Aldi's is always having to rein him in. Long as it don't get too out of hand, the captain will probably join us rather than shutting things down. I know how to get us started, but you'll be doing the legwork. Seeing as I don't fancy a punishment should the captain get mad.
What do we need to get the
More
started?
booze? The rowdy we Principe get. The better the booze, well, that's when the real fun starts. I happen to know. Deadlight's recently received a shipment of excellent God-Killer's rum. It's reserved for Aldi's private stock. Snatch us a barrel, will ya? They're outside on the eastern ramparts at the base of the crane. Careful, though. The stairs will be guarded by Benweth's own crew, and they're in a sour mood. I'm listening.
Okay, so at least we do know we have that. But first off, let's head over here and we'll talk to Ciri.
Will do.
We'll also loot this. The Orlan's large eyes grow larger as you approach, then narrow to a sharp edge. Her hands briefly ball into fists before finding their way to her hips. With a sharp twist of her head, she flips seaweed green hair over one shoulder.
Look who finally washed back up ashore.
The edge to her words matches the sharpness of her teeth. Seraphin winces.
Ahoy there, Ciri. Miss me?
Did I miss you?
She growls a low, prolonged sound.
Like a fish misses water, you gutless bastard. For the first few weeks, anyhow. Till it turned to confusion and worry. Ye said ye'd write every night, didn't ye? Then where were the birds or the boats with your poems and pages?
I can't look away from this shipwreck.
Ciri, sweet honeyheart. I scribbled you missives day and night. Declarations of passion, sonnets in songs. Or on account of me being at sea, I never had the opportunity to post them.
Oh, I'm certain. I'm certain I should believe every word of that blarney. About as certain as I am that you're a snake-tongued philanderer worth little more than a tug in the rug.
I plundered you up a pair of fine, very fine, snakeskin boots, with that tooling you like round the cuffs and all. But the gentleman sprung a leak, and they ended up thoroughly sodden.
She scoffs, and he looks to you with a shrug.
Tell her, Cap.
I'm staying out of this.
Akira, that is best.
I take it your mother had the good sense to learn ye that ye never cross an all unscorned.
She nods curtly to you.
Balls. We be in for it now.
Ye can't just go showering a lass with wildflowers and filling her head with verse if you're planning to ship out and never see her again.
We're gonna fight against it. He didn't like the intrusions. Slick wet fur in the lamplight, calloused palms perusing her pelt. Oh wow, tweaking teats and biting at the soft edge of the neck. Thrusting into hotness, yet tender, hopeful, not that this time will be the one that lasts, but that she might forget this sudden... So yeah, basically we're coming in on a very intimate moment between the two of them.
Ye've been lucky thus far, you know. I'm of half a mind to call ye out, and I'm no worse than many with a blade. Least then, perhaps he'll give me a lick of satisfaction.
Do I go for the intimidate, or do I try to be diplomatic? I mean, hopefully if I can intimidate, it'll just shut this down really fast. But I also don't want to start anything in here. Whatever you're thinking of reaching for, think again. With a half step away from you, Ciri lets her hands drop to her sides. They curl into small furry fists.
I know you're not worth it, you cockswabby. Yet it's tempting all the same.
I'll be truly soaring sorry, lass. Sorrier still than that. I won't go spinning no yarns about being married to the sea or coming home to you someday. I ain't that gentleman, nor never will be neither. Alls I can promise you is that what be broken me there ain't fixing for. I'll be a right sad fuck, and there ain't nothing to account for it but me.
Say nothing. Ciri sighs, wraps herself in her arms, and peers at Seraphim for a long, quiet moment.
That I can understand. I'm not forgiving ye a lick now. I won't go seeking for your blood, neither. Now, why don't ye be telling me what you want so I can be shot of ye for good?
Seraphim nods.
Aye, lass. The captain's got an ask or two about Deadline. But first, I need to know. You remember Romaro? Sailed with me on a sorcerer.
Aye, I remember Romaro. You think I've gone wet in the head or something? Your words have always been as flowery for him as they were for me.
Seraphim claps once, grinning.
It weren't so long ago he shipped out, come to think on it.
Do you know where he went?
Can't rightly say. Left in a hurry, I think. Or at least he were here one day and gone the next. Not he ever mixed much with the sods here.
Where was he staying?
Hard to starboard through the back door there, then straight on to the end of the hall.
She gestures to the northern exit from the room.
Don't think nobody's claimed his quarters since. Might be worth it to ye to poke around.
Give my thanks, lass. Truly. And many more besides.
He bows deeply, braided beard brushing the floor.
Oh, keep it in your pantaloons, you randy swab. You had any other questions, Captain? Happy to oblige the person hauling this blue bastard away from Fort Deadlight.
We're looking for Benweth.
That rotten fuck what brought you to Fort Deadlight? I hope you're looking to rough him round a bit. Maybe dangle him over the bulwarks.
Where can I find him?
Benweth blows into Deadlight. He mostly stays locked up in his quarters. A few holes in his bunk, and a whole mess of muscle outside his berth. He's so protected, you'd think he'd got flawless diamonds betwixt his legs, instead of the pair of sweat-wet, rotten figs he's got.
It's a lovely image.
Suppose the price of being a first-class arse like Benweth is living in fear of someone slitting your gizzard.
She huffs. What did he do to get you so upset?
Bastard were playing the keys not 5 nights ago. I joined in, and me not even setting out a pail for coin, neither. He stops and tells the whole room that me voice were more harpy than siren. Course that sets everyone to laughing.
She scowls, arms crossed and shoulders hunched, playing the keys.
Aye, that half-mast sack of soiled linens can't leave alone a chance to show off his talent at the harpsichord. He's got chops, I can't fault him that, but no manners to speak of.
She snorts. When does Benweth play the harpsichord?
You think this be some big city cabaret type establishment? There's no schedule, mate. Benweth comes down when the party's loud enough to shake his sheets harder than the oars he keeps up there.
Okay, so yeah, apparently I just need to make a big party.
Were there something else you wanted?
Sure, let's see. Can we get some of her special rum?
You've got some nuggets on you, I'll give you that.
She taps on her chin.
Captain Aldis keeps the rum under guard, but the blokes on duty are Arncrit and Condwen. Arncrit's big as you please, and Condwen's a right sneaky swabber. Pair pass the time betting on cups and balls. Thing is, Condwen's a cheat. That sodden fuck bragged me up about it like it'd get the southern juices flowing. Sufficing to say, it did not.
Well, that's more than half-handy, Cap. We get them two at each other's tender bits, and that rum will be temporarily underwatched. Thanks, lass.
Okay. So, let's see. I don't want that. Tab. That's what I was looking for. There we go. Alright, so we'll head up to the ramparts, I guess, is where we find those guys? I don't know. I'm confused as to where we find those two. But we know that the rum is up on the ramparts. Oh, the ramparts, not ports. So, might as well just head up that way and see what we can find. I think they're over this way. Not stealing. Supposed to be a shop.
Got a nice cutlass for you.
Yeah, show me
right away.
The Bloody Lynx grants blood price. Grants a bonus to all defenses when the wearer becomes bloodied. Meh, that's alright, but it's not that great. It's got a good amount of armor for not too bad recovery, but plus 10% crit damage with weapons. I think I already have those. That's what he's wearing, right? Yes. Boots of evasion, plus 8 to reflex. Meh. Fine breastplate, fine robe. Yeah, nothing really worth looking at. Okay, so let's head up to the ramparts.
Can't say I recognize your fishy mug, which means you ought not to be up here.
Oh.
Would you like to recognize mine?
Sorry, fish breath, but you don't quite meet my standards.
Why is that?
Benweth's watching the deadlight for Captain Aldi's inner absence. He gets the privilege on account of them going way back.
She sniffs and rubs a swollen knuckle over a spot of dried blood under one nostril.
If you know what I mean.
You get in a fight recently?
Had a spot of trouble at the forge. He's sorted now, though.
Her eyes brighten as she rasps a rough laugh.
Don't be worrying about my kisser. Enough prattling. For now, only Benweth's personal crewmates are permitted into Deadlight's heights. You, so swim off. It's not that I don't trust you. But seeing as I don't trust you half so far as I can throw you...
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I know she was...
Even pirates are mindful enough to catch...
So, Mark thinks that... It didn't take any notes on that, huh? Okay. I know what it was.
We should be more careful.
I wonder Is there another entrance to the ramparts that maybe the other one is guarding? Is that what it is? Let's try over here. Let's go ahead and speed it up. We are running... we're about at the hour mark, but I'm gonna try to see if I can get this done.
Forge ain't far from here, right up them stairs.
Why in the blackest hell are you clomping around so loud? Howbeit, you're not allowed up here, you no good fuddlers. Just got no patience for them, the bilge lickers. It's rot enough I'm posted next to the forge, having to listen to that hammer striking non-stop all day long. Add on those howling guzzlers at the bottom of the stairs, and you get the picture. Enough gabbling. The ramparts are off limits to anyone but Benweth's crew. Run off, or I'll run you through. No, I'd best escort you.
Okay, so... There's gotta be some way to get past them without fighting. Let's see, let's take a look around. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Alright. Where's that guy? Maybe he had something to... There's loot. What is that thing up there? Is that where this... from the upper ramparts, a wooden crane suspends a pallet stacked with heavy black casks over the cobblestone courtyard. The pallet groans, swaying slightly, while its hempen rope creaks from the... Cast a spell to break the cargo's rope? Okay. Okay, does somebody have... there we go. Burst of summer flame, requirement not mind blades. Let's do that. With a silent but hard swipe of one arm, Seraphin hurls a spell at the rope. It hits. The rope snaps from a twang, and the crane's cargo tips into immediate freefall. I wonder if this is a distraction. As the pallet plummets towards the ground, the loose cargo tumbles from all sides. The crates and barrels crack loudly on impact, splintering and spilling their goods against the rough cobblestones.
What the... Damn me and Andra's worthless son.
Oh, now look, she left. Go,
Some unlucky sort of lang for this one.
My God.
Still, worth be getting a move on while eyes be averted.
You can be quiet if you
Hang
can.
it all, that nearly damn flattened me.
Of course, getting back down is going to be interesting, but hopefully maybe she'll just do the same thing where she's like, hey, you need to go back down. Oh, crap. Oh, okay, he's walking away. There's somebody there.
Be spying them crates on that there crane cap. Then the cat.
Spying the crates there on the crane. Then the casks of rum we be after.
It's the rum we be after.
Nope. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. Let's send everybody back. Who's my stealthiest? I think it's her. Let's see, stealth 9, yeah. So let's just take you.
Give me the order.
There's a chest. My guess is that that's it.
I'll get that for you. Don't mention it.
Godkiller's rum. Yeah, that's it. Let's take a look. See what else is up here. Can I just get to his place? There's probably gonna be guards. Alright. Let's just continue with the plan. Get her to head back. Hopefully she doesn't get spotted. Oh, okay, good. Whew. Okay. So now I got the rum. head back down to that kitchen. Speed her up.
I can't ever forget your face. Yet you seem to have forgotten my warning. It's not that I don't trust you.
Okay, yeah. Escort me down. That's fine. I got what I came for. Okay, we can get off of there. Okay, so let's head back up to the court. Give the rum and get this party going. Get this guy down here so that we can cut his head off and be done with it.
Might that be my sweetest new crony, bringing me a fresh cask of bitter booze? I tell you, chum, I amaze my spirit if not my ship.
The pirate whips her head around at your approach and swaying slightly on her feet.
What says you, lad?
Is this the right rum?
Only way to know for sure is to give it a taste, eh? Let's just have a quick swig. Burning blast my bones, yeah! This'll sink the festivities into deeper waters, all right? Drink up, Tars, to all better friendship.
Okay.
Hooray! Sluice the ivories and run freely to rum. How comes it? We're having an uproarious time.
Said he'd be here. Where is he?
Well, we're having a good time. Clearly the party's not wild enough yet.
Great.
We need a bigger, wilder party if we want to whet Benweth's appetite. We get wild enough and you watch. Ben will even play us some tunes. That's his harpsichord over in the corner.
Press your lips into a thin line.
I never was very good at reading lips.
She squints at you for longer than seems necessary, swaying a bit as she stares.
What we need is some stew to match our spirits. But not just any stew. It has to be Cookie Maynard's specially spiced stew.
Elbowing you in the ribs, she winks exaggeratedly.
What I mean is, it's got a phantasmal kick to it. Cookie's kitchens are in the northern side of the dungeons, beyond the powder stores, right in the belly of our fort. The lower floor's locked down though, so sneaking past the guards might prove difficult.
Tell me more about Benweth's harpsichord.
He stole it, no surprise there, and he plays it like a god sent from hell. Best thing I ever heard aside from a man's moans in the air. Did you know when you... Oh, we were discussing Benny's rapturous fingers. Not mine. He plays like a hurricane, night after night. The louder we get, the harder he pounds those keys. He can't help it, a preening sprat. They like debauchery as much as the rest of us. So they might be inclined to leave their posts if they knew what a grand time we're having up here. I'm listening.
Okay.
These people ever have time
I'm curious
for
about
privacy
something.
between their parties.
Let me turn off fast mode. Ooh. I don't know if I want to rig a bomb to it. I want to kill him the old-fashioned. Okay, so I got to get down to the kitchens. She said the guards might leave. I wonder if he'll be...
You're welcome to enjoy the court's offerings, and that's all. Eat, gamble, fall on your face drunk. But don't go snooping for trouble.
Okay, so I can't go through that way. I guess I gotta head down to the like dungeons or whatever. Oh, see there, they'll go the guards. That's what she was talking about.
We'll just go for a...
Oh, that was the guy that was in that hallway that I couldn't get past.
We're gone.
Okay, cool. So now it should be easy to get in there.
Be cautious.
My fingers be fat and furry, but they're ever so nimble. Swapped and sparkling, Captain.
Oh, hello. Just go ahead and close that.
On it.
Okay,
Do I hear a mouse scritching, scratching?
She doesn't appear to be hostile. A portly woman stares at your approach. Startles at your approach. As she downswings her meat cleaver. Wow, my reading is horrible today. As she downswings her meat cleaver, she nearly catches her fingers. Glowering, she more carefully resumes hacking at what looks to be a slab of ribs.
Who are you? And what are you doing here? Only Benweth's crew has access to my kitchens. Not that I care, really. Speak up so I can hear you.
You don't care that I'm trespassing?
Think I want to tattle on you? What do I care if you're looking to hang yourself? Sneak around enough where you ain't supposed to, Benweth will catch you. Carve you into chunks for my stew.
She cracks her meat cleaver on the counter. Give me a hogshead of stew.
It's about time they sent someone for it. It only keeps for a fortnight. Let me add the special ingredient.
The cook sifts the dark powder into the soup, stirring it quickly before she dumps the cauldron into a waiting cask. Gives you a wink before rolling the barrel over. Okay.
I've got it.
Underground docks. Okay, let's just go ahead and head back this way. I saw that leads to the court, but I'm assuming it leads behind that locked door, so I don't want to get stuck behind there and not be able to get out and just have to come back this way anyway, so we'll just go the way we know works. Okay, so hopefully this will be the last of the quest to get him to come down, and although I'm kind of curious if he comes down, can I challenge him like one-on-one, or am I going to have to fight everybody in that room, or are they going to sit back and watch me fight him? Like, I am kind of curious to see how that's going to work. Considering I'm going to be surrounded by pirates. But it doesn't sound like too many of them like him anyway, so I don't know if anyone's going to care if I kill him. I could just rig the trap to the piano if I had to, but I don't know. Just my guy's not exactly the sneaky type that would do that, so we'll see. Okay, let's head up here to her. Turn off fast mode.
Well, if it ain't my fond and feckless friend. Wait, no, I didn't mean that. My tongue gets a tad twisted when I'm too far into the cups. You'll have to pardon my lack of wits.
Her lips sheen from her drink when she lazily grins.
What says you, lad?
Have the specials too.
Hurrah, you! Things are all looking grand here.
She leans forward to sniff the steaming stew and nearly topples into the cask.
And they're about to get better. Distribute the stew. Eat hearty, you bone-idle chums. Be merry and wild. I might be going cross-eyed. How many bangers am I holding up?
What's this I hear? Think you'll be having a fight without me?
To luck, and a hot fight, and a good captain, brutal Ben.
Oh, aye. You swabs want to hear me play, dear?
Play it loud and long, Ben. Show 'em how it's done.
Lend your ears for utter bliss. A sweeter sound you never heard.
The captain sweeps a hand through his damp locks, wiping sweat from his brow. Wearing a wicked grin, he blows a kiss to one of his mates in the crown. Then his stormy eyes flick to your face.
Do I know you?
Scowling, he rubs the back of his neck.
Well, you wouldn't be the first I've pissed off and forgotten.
A good knock up the side of your head ought to jog your memory.
For that to work, you'd have to be able to hit me. And I'm not likely to allow that.
He sneers a laugh, the sound low and jagged, muscles bunching in his arms as he crosses them over his chest.
Ah, right. You're that sloop captain what got caught in the storms. I take it you did a number on my crew. Figures. I should have stayed to kill you myself. Looks like I'll have to remedy that now. What you hope to accomplish coming around here? You do realise you're surrounded by pirates. Pirates who are armed and loyal to me.
Say, Ben, is this cur troubling you?
Ah, it's about time someone knocked Benny's teeth loose.
Speak for yourself, you split-tongued gurnet. No outsiders laying a finger on one of ours, so long as I'm still standing.
Point to each pirate, then drag your thumb across your throat. Let's see, maybe I can intimidate them out of getting involved.
What? Don't look at me. I wasn't planning to step in to start with.
Pisspox, is it past 9 bells already, are you? Got to help me mates load our cargo.
That's right, move along.
Are you shitting me? And just where the fuck are you going?
Sorry, Ben, but I'll have our captain call him. I'll buy you a pint later.
Worthless scuds.
The captain scrubs a hand down his face.
Aldi's never had this sort of problem. All right, speak your fucking piece. What do you want with me?
I came to kill you.
By all means, step in line. You ain't the first, and you won't be the last. You can fight me if you like, but you won't be leaving this fort alive.
Laugh wildly in his face. Let's do that. Let's keep the intimidation going.
What, are you frothing mad?
The color leaches from his face, leaving his scar stark against his skin. Punch him in the gut, slap him. Just slap him. That sounds like fun. Let's do that.
Black hell!
With a crack, his head whips to the side, blood sprays, and Benweth fumbles for his weapon.
Fuck you!
Hit him again.
Wait! Wait!
He rubs a hand over his mouth to wipe away the blood, but just ends up smearing it across his chin.
Even I can admit when I'm outgunned.
He swallows thickly.
Look, I'm not afraid, but I've no death wish.
Why did you attack my ship?
I attack most anyone what comes across my path. You'll never know where treasure lies if you don't look.
Just lunge for the throat then, I guess.
Fire and thunder!
Shock colors his features before he regains himself.
We'll be fighting to the death now.
Spearing you with a mad grin, he draws his pistol. Okay, so yeah, so I have looks like 2 other guys to deal with, which isn't too bad. Okay, so let's see. First off, you need to get your thing going. There we go. So I'm gonna have her go over here and tank these guys. You're gonna be helping me with him, along with your little birdie. You, I want you casting this on those guys to make them a little easier to deal with. Definitely want to take him down first, so I'll have you target him. Try to paralyze him, see if that works. And go from there.
Captain's taking fire.
Wait, wait. Oh my gosh, can you just... I want you to attack people. No, I need you to get in there and like, actually fight. You, I guess you can move your spell over to here. Oh, he's already near death. Oh, crap. There's another guy over here. Oh, shoot. And here comes another one. Well, that's gonna be a problem, isn't it? Oh, wait, no. He's still casting. I'll let him cast that. I'll increase my constitution, which might keep me alive a little longer. Alright, now. Sure, go ahead and do that. I don't care. Let's see. Got your frenzy up. Let's go hit that guy. Do you have enough to... I'll charm him. Have you... Let's work on this guy. I would like to cast that on him, just to give him some more armor would help out. I'll wait until he holds still. What? Why are you stuck there? Oh. Where are you headed? No, you did the sworn enemy on this one, so you want to hit him. I don't know where my guy is going. There's like something in their way. Okay, now let's see. What are you? No, I want you casting this. Paralyze him. Get them to attack him before he comes out of it. The good thing is I didn't get any negative reputation from killing those few guys, so that was good. Let's see, we got some cash, grimoire. Let's see, he probably jumped something special, didn't he? Yes, he did. Miscreant's leathers. Minus 10% recovery, 8 reflex. Nice. Okay, yeah, that will be going on you. What is this? Exceptional pistol. That will be for you. A fine saber. I will give that to her. The rest of it will go into stash. Anybody else? Yes, you. What is this? Principe leather armor. Okay, fine. Alright. So let's see. Where does that leave us? Blow the man down. I made an impression on the pirates of the Deadfire to be defeating Benweth. Captain Ferrante, who resides in the island of Dunnage, will be pleased to learn. Okay, so I gotta head to Ferrante. Or am I done with it? Is that completed? Yeah, it's grayed out, so I guess I'm done. So I think it's just letting me know that whenever I want to, I can head to Dunnage. Okay, well, let's go ahead and equip our spoils. So let's see, it does drop down my armor rating by 1, but it's going to make me move a heck of a lot faster. So, yeah. Let's just try it. We will, tell you what, we'll keep this in our inventory so we can put that just in case. Let me see if somebody else can use that leather armor. Seraphin's Padme are 835. I'm gonna give that to him because this way he'll be able to do his speed will be a little faster. So this pistol, which I'll put there. The saber. Down there. Okay. So not too bad. We made it through that without too much trouble. Alright, so now we'll be able to continue forward. We didn't level up after all that, which is a little disappointing. Would have liked to have gotten a level, but we can just continue on with what we were doing and see if we can move on from there. But I'm going to go ahead and cut it for this episode, since we've already gone on a while. We got to do what we were looking to do, which is take out Benweth. So that was really entertaining to be able to finally stick it to that guy. It was interesting that I didn't realize you could actually keep him alive. I don't know what would go on with the storyline if you did that, but just didn't really seem like something I was interested in doing. It was a jerk who needed to get taken care of, so there you go. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you continue to tune in. Be sure to give us a like if you did enjoy what you saw, and also be sure to subscribe so you can see it when we're putting out other videos. Also, of course, as always, be sure to go and check out the Used Gamers podcast. Just whenever you're on any of your podcast services, just search for the Used Gamers. We do lots of different reviews and video game related discussions and all different kinds of stuff, so feel free to take a look at that, see what you think. Let us know what you think. We do have a Facebook and Twitter, so you can search us through the Used Gamers. Let us know what you think. Let us know if there's anything you want us to check out or talk about, or tell us just what you think about what we're doing in general. Otherwise, hopefully you guys will tune in for the next video, and have a good evening.